Welcome to the Goof and Goober Show, the podcast that brings you laughter, insight, and the quirkiest conversations. Join your hosts, Matthew and Regan, as they embark on a delightful journey through the realms of pop culture, humor, and everyday shenanigans. So, buckle up and get ready for a roller coaster of fun and entertainment. Let's dive into the world of laughs with Matthew and Regan on the Goof and the Goober Show. Oh, crap. Well, I was going to start off the episode with one of the greatest lines from Star Wars Episode 1. Your boy, Anakin, freaking yelling at the freaking pod. He's getting that pod race ready for the biggest pod race of his life, going to free his family. Well, he doesn't know that, actually. He just thinks it's a pod race. Freaking Qui-Gon Jinn freaking screwed him and his mom over, dude.
Screwed his freaking crap,
Screwed
dude.
him over. But, guys, welcome to the podcast. It is episode 48. We're getting to episode 50, which is unbelievable. 5-0. We're here. We're ready. We're gaming. We're jamming. If you guys aren't here on Mondays at 8 p.m. for the pre-show, you could always tune in around 8:30 for the actual show. But guys, thanks for listening. Excuse me. I've been drinking a little bit too much of these Kirkland sparkling kiwis. But,
Whoa.
Yeah.
Drinking sparkling water?
Yeah, I guess you could say so.
Oh, that's the sweet. Okay. That's not really sparkling water. But
It says sparkling on it, so.
you say so. It's just so good. Yummy.
But guys, if you want to, actually, no, not if you want to, please go and follow us on Instagram, on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. You can follow or listen to us throughout the week, actually, on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Podbean. We're all over the place. Just go drop a follow there. We would much appreciate that. But joining me today, you've already heard him, my man, the myth. He's got his child, and he looks like he's shaking her, or working out with her. The man, the myth, Matthew Leathers.
No need to be an intro, but ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back here Monday night, and Regan is cracking open another freaking sparkling water.
It's
What
not
a
actually
ga-
sparkling water. Actually, have you heard of these? Papi.
Papi, choopy me, papi.
Give me some papi.
I have not. I've not heard of those.
So these are some prebiotic soda. It's healthy. It's oh gosh, I can't talk. Prebiotic for a healthy gut, infused with apple cider vinegar, immunity sidekick.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you guys can tell, Regan was friggin' homeschooled, so his mom skipped that reading section, so it's okay.
Man. We were just
all right,
talking
boys.
about homeschoolers today at work. Man,
They didn't know.
Well, the funny thing is, like with my work, majority of us, not majority of us, but majority of us have been homeschooled once in our lives. And the owner is actually, in fact, he doesn't even know if he graduated high school. So that's the one thing if you are homeschooled from A to B the whole time, from preschool to high school, you have no idea if you graduated or not, because you hope you did.
Wait, so your owner, the owner, Jake, he didn't graduate. He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
Or he was homeschooled.
He was homeschooled, yes.
Oh my gosh. Now I understand. That makes so much more sense.
Yeah. Tell you what.
No, I'm just kidding.
Tell you what, man. But we have got a show for you, a crazy show for you guys today. We're going to first start off, we're going to do our local finds. We're going to start off with there, if you're ready, Matthew.
Ready
and
whenever
then we're
you
going
are.
to go into a little bit of a not off topic, because it's going to be pretty relevant here in the next 2 weeks, two plus 2.5 weeks. It'll be relevant to us. So I want to talk about that a little bit, because I've been seeing a lot of ads and commercials for this significant series. So I want to talk about that, but before we get into all of that, well, obviously, and then we're going to get into Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I want to get in to the local finds, because Matthew has been hiding these from me. And I've been asking to see pics, and he said, just gotta wait for the pod.
Just gonna have to wait, dead boy.
All right, give it to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a little bit about, I told you guys a couple weeks ago that I made a pretty big order on eBay. Not a big order, but just a size. There's a lot of stuff, okay? And it came in today, or the other day, and let me just tell you what. It's freaking sweet. It's so sweet. Regan's going to be so jelly. And I can't wait to show it to you here. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I bring to you one of the greatest lots of VHS movies in the history of the Goof and Goober Show. I have here with me 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10 VHS movies. We're gonna start off with the best ones really quick, or at least in my opinion, Regan's gonna like these ones the best.
Give it to me, baby.
First things first. Star Wars and the Ewoks. Oh, baby.
Is that a movie or a series? Because I thought it was like a TV show.
This is a it's a 90-minute movie. It's like a short movie. So it's a short movie. But it's classics. And
it's a hard case too.
It's a hard case. Now, there's not many of these that are out there. These are pretty hard to come by. So that was pretty sweet. That was cool. I like the Ewok story. There's one that came out a long time ago. That was like the live action one, but this is the cartoon version. The one that I think is even cooler. Boom.
Oof.
Droids. Oh, baby.
Who's making these?
Don't ask me. I do not care.
I mean, this is they got to be. When were they made?
Film.
When were they made? Got to be the 80s.
1985.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
1985. Yeah.
I mean, Star Wars was so hyped. People were so hyped at that time.
Oh. Yep. So these are some of the coolest Star Wars VHSs that are out there, in my opinion, other than the original three. The original three, original cases or boxes, mint. Okay. Now, the next thing here, for those of you who know, we like Marvel. Marvel's a big piece. So I got 6, 7, 8 Marvel VHSs. First one being Marvel Spider-Man.
Are these all hard cases?
Do what I can't. You cut out there.
Are they all hard cases?
They're all the big cases.
Oh, B Diddy 54 says, "I love Marvel too," with a smiley face. I believe that's the same B Diddy that hacked us that one time.
Oh, B Diddy hacked us?
I believe so. Well, he claimed to be B. Diddy.
B. Diddy, gotcha. But yeah,
Oof.
this is pretty freaking sweet, man. So that's one. Now the next one I think you'll like a lot.
All right.
And I'm tempted to not even show you as like a potential re-gift because I like to re-gift gifts.
Same here, dude.
But I'm going to show you anyway. And if you get it down the road at some point, you get it down the road at some point.
Oh, baby.
Tell you what. Look at that.
You do know a darn thing about hacking, B. Diddy. Wow.
Yep.
That is sexy, dude.
That is beautiful. And these are 45-minute long. But like you just don't see these. You don't see these ever.
You don't seem like they used to. You know what I mean? They don't make them like they used to. That's for sure, dude.
No, I wish film and video like they did this again, like big boxes, showing off the movies. You see them everywhere. You don't see anywhere nothing.
Yeah. What if Disney Plus came out with a cartoon series?
Okay, I'm listening.
I mean, they've already done that through What If, technically.
Okay.
But more specific series on individuals. Like Thor, Spider-Man. I mean, they do a lot of Spider-Man, though. They don't do anything with, like, Iron Man or, like, Hulk. A little bit of Hulk.
Yeah.
Or Thor, Captain America, or whoever. You don't see a whole lot of that. So
I think Spider-Man for sure is definitely something that they're gonna want to continue to do.
Oh yeah. Dude, that's a moneymaker, guaranteed.
Speaking of Spider-Man, should I get into my next couple finds?
Oh man.
Oh. This is gonna be so good, dude. This is gonna be so good. So apparently they discontinued this series. So you can't really get them anywhere but the VHS. So we got Spider-Man, the Venom Saga. Whole Venom Saga. This is a feature-length animated film. It's 100 or it's an hour long.
Have you watched these yet?
Not yet. So this is what I was going to say. We need to do a VHS night. I've got plenty of options now. And you're not even ready for the next one. You're not even ready for the next one.
Dude, so this is my question though. If we're going to do that, is there copyright infringement that we have to worry about? That would be my only question. Cuz I
have no idea.
After a certain period of time, the copyright, goes away. But I wonder if
we'd have to look at it. I have no idea.
Have to. Or what we could do. This is what we could do. Just do it, see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're small.
Ain't making money off of this.
Right? We're not we're just
if
trying to have a good time.
It'd be different. Yeah. So that's this. This is the feature-length Venom Saga. It's an hour long VHS form. The next one I'm most excited about.
Oh boy.
Spider-Man Secret Wars.
Oh.
Secret Wars, baby.
How long is that one?
100 minutes. An hour and 40 minutes.
40.
An hour.
Dude, that's sweet.
Minutes.
We got to watch that one. That's got to be numero uno in watch. Who's the friggin' green guy on the back?
I have no clue.
It's got to be a scroll. That's probably what it is.
I have no clue. But
I don't know.
You know what? That's why we got to do a freaking VHS night.
Dude, frig.
The next one here, this one's pretty cool. Forgotten Warriors. Dude, like just all of these boxes, by the way, are in like really good condition. Like
mint.
Yeah, compared to like other VHSs that I've had. So this is like top tier shelfware. Revenge of the Goblins.
Jeez.
There's a couple stickers on it, but I'll get Kaylee to get it off. She's really good at that. She's really good at it.
How much was that?
This was $9.99.
Is that what it says?
It says $9.99.
Dang, dude. Buy movies for $10.
Yep. This one is 80 minutes long. So like all of these, it's like a whole night of
just pure Spider-Man.
Pure Spider-Man. That
We
one's
got to
cool.
have a Spider-Man night, dude. Tablet of Time.
Tablet of Time.
Ooh.
When Axel comes down. Oh, baby. Oh, he'll love this. And then for me, the coolest art, I like to see the first one I showed you, but this one's cool. I really like this one. Spider-Man, the Insidious Six.
Oh, that's right. That's where all the villains team up.
Yep.
Dang, dude.
But yeah, man. Another, I think this is 100 minutes. Yeah, 100 minutes here. So, like, thank you so much. Within the last 2 weeks, we've gotten 10 VHSs that are just pure freaking.
Dude, what have I done to you, Matthew? I've created a monster.
I love it so much.
I can't stop.
I can't
stop watching it. I would do my finds. Oh, did you have any other ones? You told me to remind you.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Get it set up in the back.
Oh, jeez.
So, okay. So this is a reminder, and I got to do like a reminder probably once a month.
Mm-hmm.
We agreed that on Christmas or at Christmas time, we would have a present a month.
That's right.
So at the end of the year, we would have 12.
Mm-hmm.
I found your first present last week.
Oh, boy.
And oh my gosh, dude. You are I can't wait to show you. It's like one of those ones that's like I want to show you now, but when it comes December, it's gonna be freaking sweet. So
it's gonna be a fun Christmas though.
Dude, I'm excited.
I mean,
and it's not a regift
countdown.
either.
It's not a what?
regift. Not a regift.
Dang, dude.
Ooh,
wow.
Sweet tea.
Dude, that's disgusting. That's so bad for you.
I
have my prebiotic soda.
That's so funny. There was actually someone at work that was I was drinking an Alani or a Celsius.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, "Oh, you know those are like really bad for you." And I'm like, "Yeah, probably." And then like an hour later, they go outside to smoke a vape pen. And I went outside and I was like, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know that's really bad for you."
Oh gosh. So good, Dad.
Also, by the way, okay. So sorry, I didn't mean to get you off track, but I just thought it was funny.
Right.
I forgot to tell you this earlier. I found this video. This guy who's a roofer. He owns a roofing company. Mm-hmm. He charges liberals 25% more on their roofs.
No way.
Yes. Yeah. Here. Roofer charges
gratuity
because basically he's saying because they increased taxes because they chose Biden to come.
There's no.
Yeah. So literally, liberals pay more, 25% more. It's a roofer from TikTok, and then he also has a video that he literally went to a customer's house that didn't pay him to rip off the roof.
No way.
Yeah, he ripped off the roof. He says, "This is how to deal with customers who won't pay." Here, we'll I'll just show it really quick, and then we can go back. I'm sorry.
Oh gosh!
But I just thought this was so funny. Share screen, sound. Okay. So this is him right here. See, liberals pay 25% more. Says roofer on TikTok. Freak out. So I'm not going to go through the video. It's a 6-minute video, but he charges them 25% more. And then he goes here and he deals with a customer who won't pay their tap. So instead of putting a lien like you would.
And we're currently on a liberal's roof. I did it a couple months ago. As you can see, we're here sneaking in. He's at work, working for the government, probably some limp dick lizard. And me and Jamie are repoing his fucking roof. I didn't use underlayment. Hell no, I charged him for it. 25% more, maybe even 30. I got my 50% down, so I'm already making my money. Then he doesn't want to pay the rest. So guess what? I plowed his wife. And now I'm gonna re-fucking.
I don't condone that.
Oh golly!
Watch this.
I'm the fucking bounty hunter. Hey, want some repo fluid?
Want some repo fluid?
Some repo fluid in you, bud.
Get some repo fluid
my
in you,
fucking
bud.
diamond roof. You don't pay.
Oh, wait, that guy.
He doesn't like liberals. Let's just say that. But the guy didn't. Apparently, the customer never paid him. So, I guess I was gonna ask you about that. Like, is that legal? Can companies do that? I mean, technically, they own the roof until
depending
it's paid
on
off.
how long they've been in collections. It's kind of, I guess it's, I mean, depending on how much. I mean, it was a metal roof, so that's got to be a lot of money right there. So, I mean, I'm assuming it's a lot of money that he's asking.
It's more than
for
a
him.
standard roof. How much is a
Right.
metal roof compared
Metal
to
roofs are going to
roof?
be a lot more expensive. They look like it wasn't like just your normal sheet metal or whatever you would normally put on like for a metal roof. It looked like some pretty nice metal roof stuff. So it probably cost a pretty penny. I mean, like probably looking like 100, maybe 100,000, maybe. Jeez. I mean, I don't know though. I don't quote me on that because I've never had to really bill out for somebody on that.
You guys don't do metal roofing? I guess it's
We
Minnesota. We don't
do a whole lot of it though. Some people want it, but I mean, we mostly do shingles. We don't do a whole lot of metal roofs.
Are you guys roofing right now? Like you guys are? Because
we're roofing.
Warm.
Yeah, we're roofing this week.
Dang.
Who would have thought? You know, this is what I say at my work, and I'll say it again. This climate change isn't that bad, dude.
What?
This climate change isn't that bad, dude. I'm kind of liking it. You know,
it's been a good year.
I know, dude. It's been so nice. I didn't have to worry about putting on a coat and putting all those layers. This is nice. I could live with this. No, I'll probably go back down a couple of years here. Okay, this is what I wanted to talk about before we get into Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Yep, Percy Harvin. I want to get your thoughts beforehand on Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live action TV show that's coming out. Because this is one of you're a big Avatar: The Last Airbender fan,
yeah,
right?
I like the Avatar.
Yeah, I freaking love the Avatar: The Last Airbender. There's some problems that's kind of arising in this series right now. So I saw some things that they're taking back the Ahsoka. No, not right. Ahsoka. The
Star Wars.
Oh, freaking! I'm thinking it.
That's Ahsoka.
Golly. Now I can't think of his name. What is his name?
Loki.
No. Ahsoka. Yeah, Ahsoka. The brother of Katara.
Oh my gosh! I thought you were saying Ahsoka from Star Wars.
No, I was saying Sokka.
Okay, what about him? Sokka.
So Sokka.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. I can't freaking talk. They're taking back a lot of his like because a lot of his character is based off of this, and that he is misogynistic. Basically, he thinks women can't do as much as men, and they're taking that part out of this. And I guess also a lot of the original writers were in on this. I don't know how accurate this is though, because I was just reading comments, but a lot of the writers got in on this new series and then they departed. They left.
Okay.
That is what I'm kind of scared of with this whole series.
That the original writers are taking a step back.
That the original writers are leaving and they don't want anything to do with this.
Well, first things first, I think we all agree that it kind of strikes some fear into you.
Right.
Like, it'd be like when George Lucas stopped writing Star Wars, right? Like, things got worse, you know? So I think our expectations kind of been hindered from the fact that other franchises and other names have done that. It's never a good sign, personally.
Right. So this is what it is. This is what they're saying. So Avatar: The Last Airbender creators Brian Konietzko and Michael Dante DiMartino spent 2 years developing a live-action adaptation of the animated classic for Netflix before they shocked fans by announcing their exit from the project due to creative differences. And that, to me...
When was that? Was that recent?
Yeah, that was pretty recent. December 19th, 2023.
Dang. Okay. I mean,
if
that's the case, now I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want to watch.
This is where it kind of scares me that it's going to be just a total flop as the previous movie. I hope not. You know, you
didn't like Ong?
Ong!
Oh my god. I hated that throughout the entire movie.
Gosh.
Oh.
Who does that? I've seen some commercials for this, and it's just weird to watch. Also, comparing it to the actual series, it's not going to be pretty, and I don't think it's going to be something that Netflix is going to look back and be proud of. So I don't know. That's what I wanted to talk about and wanted to get your opinion, because that is something I've been looking forward to. I've been really wanting to see this develop, but hearing that and knowing that some of these kid actors aren't as good, you know me and my kids acting.
Yeah. I don't know. I just pulled up the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just looking at it now. I don't know. I don't know if I'm excited about this now that I'm looking at it. It kind of just reminds me of the previous movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too.
It doesn't really... Look, I wish studios would understand this, but not every cartoon show needs to have a live action version.
Yeah.
It does not. Because all it does is just ruin the experience. So going into it, like, hey, I'm excited, but I mean, I'm just looking at it now. This is just reminding me of freaking The Flash in terms of its graphics. I mean, it's reminding me of the previous Last Airbender movie that came out in the early 2000s. So it's like, I don't know. Is it going to be cool? Probably in a sense, right? Like, sure. Are we going to take Avatar? Are we going to watch it? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Obviously. We've been talking about it. But I don't know. It's one of those ones that's going to be a hard watch, I think, if that's the case.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to do like a full like every week on this. Maybe I think we'll have
see the first week. If it's a good first week, then we'll decide moving forward. But there is a lot of good movies coming out, so if we do a second week, it's really not that big of a deal. But I've got the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 episodes of the Goof and Goober Show scheduled out.
Yeah,
so
dude, we got it freaking planned out, dude.
We got to.
That's what we're all about. All right. Well, just wanted to talk about that. Hit some points there, and yeah. Now let's get into the main event. Excuse me. If you guys haven't watched Percy Jackson and the Olympians, it is on Disney Plus. You can find it on Disney Plus. It's a 8-episode series. You can go. And here's a little synopsis for you guys at home. So little baby synopsis. Demigod Percy Jackson leads a quest across America to prevent a war among the Olympian gods. Matthew, I want to hear your rating overall for this series.
This is really difficult. I'm going to give it a 4-1.
Oh.
4-1.
Okay.
I want to rate it higher. I want to rate it lower. But that's the number I'm comfortable with. After watching the show, that was the number I set myself to, and I said, this is the number that I think
it
deserves for me.
Okay.
This show, it did really well for me. The highs were really good for me, and there weren't very many lows, unless I'm really picky. Now, I think personally, and this is just me being, what's the word where I'm pessimistic of Regan's response, because this whole movie is kid actors first and foremost. So I was watching this and I was like, oh, I don't know what Regan's going to think of this whole thing. But I've been thinking that it's going to be completely opposite, because I liked it. I love Walker Scobell. He played in The Adam Project. We talked about that with Ryan Reynolds back in 2021. And he killed it in there. And I think his portrayal of a 12-year-old Percy Jackson was good. I liked it. So that's my without giving too many spoilers, that's my rating. 4-1.
Pretty good rating there, Matthew. I don't see a whole lot wrong with this. I didn't think the kid acting was really that bad, to be honest. I thought the acting was all right. There wasn't anything that I would say that really stood out to me. I think maybe Grover could have done a little bit better. I think his acting, but Walker Scobell and Leah Jeffries, I think they deserve applause for their work. The guy who plays Grover, Orion Simhardy. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Simhadri. Was I think he needs to develop a little bit better, but I think this is a good series in that, you know, it kept you on your toes. I do have some suggestions that they put more action. I don't think there was enough action in here. But I mean that could just mean more sword fighting action, I should say. Because if there's not enough sword fighting action, I think they had a lot of more of just running away and all that fun jazz. But to that, I would say that my rating for this series is a 3.8.
Oh, okay.
3.8, 3.7. 3.8, 3.7. I think it's got a lot of good stars in this, got a lot of good actors. I got Megan Mullally, Jason Matsutskas. It's got who's else is in there? Oh, Adam Copeland. Yeah, that's pretty much the big stars.
Sally.
Virginia Cole Sally.
Tournament.
Thought there was more.
Yep.
Wow. But yeah, that would be my rating on it and all that jazz. Let's
3.7, 3.8. You said
3.7. We'll just say 3.7.
3.7. Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a lot lower, just because for me, I mean, kid actors, like it doesn't bother me that much. So I thought you were going to be extra critical on them. But
the kid acting wasn't that bad. Like I said, Grover, the Aurelian Simhadri, he could have done a little bit better, but it wasn't like horrible.
No, he wasn't terrible.
Like compare that to Avatar, the Last Airbender movie, got people. That's horrendous. Horrendous acting by those kids.
So
but
bad.
right. So that's what I don't know. Anyways, they put an emphasis on that they're kids, but they have to take things seriously. Like Leah Jeffries has to be that serious person that she always has to be, because of how she grew up and who she is and trying to prove herself. So I think those are emphasis within their character that they do a good job of. So it's not necessarily they're trying to be kids. It's kind of like Harry Potter, and how good they do with the acting with them. So
sure.
Let's get behind the spoiler wall here, then get into the real good stuff. So I'm going to run the spoiler right here. Hey there, Goof and Goober fans. Before we dive into the episode, we want to give you a heads up. Spoilers ahead. This message is equipped with our official Goof and Goober Show rating system, so you know just what you're getting into. Come on, follow along. 5-star, a must-watch. Prepare for a roller coaster of emotions, jaw-dropping twists, and laughs that will leave your sides aching. These are game changers. Then we have a 4-star. This is entertaining. While not quite a life-altering experience, these movies and TV shows are popcorn recommended. 3 stars, average and not groundbreaking. A decent movie or episode that will still deliver the goods. It's worth a watch for dedicated fans. 2 stars, room for improvement. These movies or TV shows have their moments but fall short of our standard. And of course, 1 star, proceed with caution, buckle up. These are trash. Well, now that you know our rating system, let's jump in. Wow. What a rating system.
Oh, I reenacted that whole freaking thing. That was so sweet.
So good, dude.
So good.
So this whole series is based off of the book Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, or the Olympians.
Yep.
And I forget which one it is.
It's a lightning thief.
And yeah, the lightning thief. This has also been made a movie previously, back in 2010, with a bunch of people, bunch of stars. Logan Lerman, you might have known him in a variety of things, like Fury. I just watched that movie, actually. What other? He was also, what was the other? The Perks of Being a Wallflower. That's a crazy one. He was, I thought he was in,
He's been a lot of decent ones, I thought.
I'm thinking of a different actor then, but I thought he was in the race one.
No, maybe he's not.
Noah, Stuck in Love, The Three Musketeers, Gamer. That's right, he's in Gamer. He's been in a lot of the movies, but let's focus on this one though. This is following Percy Jackson, who basically doesn't have a whole lot of things going for him. Life seems down. It's just him and his mom. Matthew, did you read the book? Quick question.
Did I read the book before coming onto the podcast? No.
Or did you
have
read
I read the
book
books previously?
Yes.
Yes. A long time ago.
Yeah,
when it was required in school.
Correct. And that's the one thing about this whole show is like I can't remember anything from the book and like how close this is if it's following the book. I mean, do you remember anything?
The big piece for me that was like, so what I did was I went back and watched the previous film.
Right.
The previous two films that came out for the Percy Jackson series last night while I was playing Pal World. Shout out, by the way, Pal World.
World.
Great game. Screw you, Pokemon, for trying to sue them. Just come up with a better idea. But I watched the last two, and this was after watching the new series, and I saw that there was some complications between them. Like, we have the spoiler warning already, but how the lightning bolt got to Hades, right? From the TV show versus the movie, there were some discrepancies there.
Mm-hmm.
There were some discrepancies on just really a lot of the like some small things. Like one side decided to do like on the first movie they went to Vegas. And during Vegas, they had these cookies. They had the lotus flower cookies that you had to eat. And when you ate them, then you got stuck in Vegas. But in this one, it was the aroma in the air, which is different. So for me, I'm lost. It makes me want to go back and read them to find out which one was true. One had cookie, one had aroma. One had the lightning bolt in the shield. One had it in the backpack just randomly, right? Like, there's just a lot of minor discrepancies that really changes the story, because it's like, it doesn't really change the story a lot, but it's like, you and I are both like, hey, factual people, like, how did it happen in the story? And during the whole show, I was like, that didn't happen in the movie. So I wonder which one's telling the truth. You know, like which one's actually following the movie or the book to its fullest extent, right?
Right.
So
and that's I don't know. Is that a good thing though if they do follow the book, kind of like they steer in that way? Like, is that a good thing in some ways? Like, I don't think. I think if you make a movie, you go with the idea, but you can kind of twist it up, put a little sprinkle in there.
Yeah, I guess so. That's a tough one, because it's like so the way I think about it is the old Disney movies, like The Lion King, for an example.
Right.
Like, do they switch things up from the classic movie to the new movie? or do you keep it the same? And for me, I enjoy it being followed exactly the way it is, but I also like the idea of throwing your own little curveball in there, right? Like Harry Potter, they didn't have everything written in the books, right? Not everything from the books was in the movies. So you go back and watch the movies and you're like, well, where does this happen? What happened here? Or you go to the Lord of the Rings, same idea, right? So yes and no, I think there's benefit to it. I personally think if you're going to make a TV show, you stick to the book as best as you can. If it's a movie, you're going to have to cut a little bit, right? Like you can't do a full 5-hour movie about the book.
I mean, you could do that, but the thing is, like, I think of like Lord of the Rings, and they tried to stay as close as they could to the original book. Like Gandalf, the guy who does Gandalf, whatever his name is, I forget what his name is. He's a really good actor, but I can't even.
He's old.
Yeah, but he would be seen walking around with like the book and making sure that they're following it, correctly. And that was a movie too. Is that, I guess, yeah, it is a TV series, and you have a lot more time. You have a lot more, motivation and creativity to use throughout the whole thing. Yeah, in a movie, you really have to keep it condensed down into one thing, and you have time restrictions, so because you don't want to make it too long for somebody to basically say, I don't want to watch this anymore. That saying, I don't know.
For me, I want to go back and look at the two and see, like, okay, who's following it to the T and who's not.
Yeah.
Right?
So you had to read this because it was assigned to you in high school?
Not in high school, in middle school.
Loser.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't skip over that in our school, buddy.
Well, I read it just for fun in one summer, actually.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
I actually enjoyed it.
I think we took a whole year and finished all 3 books.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I only finished the second book. I didn't finish the third because I was trying to get into some other books, but that's besides the point. Okay, so let's rank these on episodes here from 1 to 8, episodes 1 through 8. What's your favorite? What's your top episode for this whole series?
Okay, so I was thinking about this going through the series because I had a feeling this was going to be asked.
Yeah.
Show Uncle Regan your new outfit.
Oh, jeez.
Dad.
What?
Hi, Uncle. She says she sees Nemo on my screen because I pulled up Disney Plus.
Oh.
A Mimo.
Mimo. My word. This is what you do. When I ask a question,
I'm sorry.
Some girl has to come in and interrupt. Typical.
So, okay. So, I think my favorite episode is going to have to be this is difficult. Okay. Here we go.
Give it to me.
It's going to be We Find Out the Truth, sort of. Which is episode 7.
Yep.
That's where they enter the hell.
Yep,
the underworld.
Yep. The underworld. Yep.
And they finally find out the truth that not Thanos, but what's his name?
Hades.
What's his name? No. Hades. Well, yeah, they find Hades, but they find out that Thalos, I think is his name,
yeah,
is is the one controlling everything. Yes. So I really like that. But then I also, again, that was also another discrepancy that happened from the movie and the TV show, is when they left hell, in the movie, they left Grover in hell with Hades' wife. They left it
that at
because
all. I don't remember any of this, dude.
You don't remember any of this? Okay.
So the only things I really remember is the guardian gnomes or whatever, the girl with the snakes and you can't look
Medusa.
at her or whatever. Medusa. Him at the camp.
Yep.
The casino thing where they were stuck in the casino and then they couldn't remember things or whatever. Or I can't remember if it was a casino or not, but and then basically the big twist at the end. That's
you're
all.
talking about from the movie?
No, from the book.
Oh, from the book. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to relate the movies to the TV show because I don't remember any of the book.
Oh, really? I barely remember the TV series, actually. I mean, the main difference I think about the TV series is the kids look way younger. Or older, I mean. My bad.
In the movie.
Yeah, in the movie.
Yeah.
But
so
the movie was from the same directors from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson.
That's Lord of the Rings. It was a joke. So okay. So Percy Jackson, he's actually 12 in the book. He's actually 12. So in the movie, he's a way older. He knows how to drive because they actually drive to Vegas. They drive to Hollywood, right? So that's a discrepancy there. The other discrepancy was when they're in Vegas, they let loose the animals in the street. That didn't happen in the movie either. And I don't know if that happened in the book. I don't remember. But there's really a lot of discrepancies within this show. And even in the end, right? Like they Grover actually gets out. In the movie, they actually get the mom. And the mom, Athena's daughter, and Percy get out. Those three get out, and then Grover's left. So there's just a lot of different stuff that wasn't brought up. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk about, I struggled on the first and second episode.
Yeah.
To see Walker Scoble,
the
Walker
Percy Jackson?
Percy Jackson. I struggled to see Percy Jackson in him. If that makes sense.
Oh, really?
I struggled. A couple reasons I think is when it comes to the Adam Project, first things first, he absolutely killed it in the Adam Project, right? Great movie. I don't know if you've watched it, but it's a good one. Hilarious. Have you watched it?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's hilarious.
Okay. So he kills it in that movie, but for me, I'm just thinking I feel like Percy Jackson's got to be a freaking BA. A BAMFer. You know what I mean? Or am I off base by saying that? Because I'm thinking this guy's a demigod. Once he figured out his powers, he's a beast. And this kid was just like,
I mean, from the episode 1, the guy freaking destroyed a freaking the creature thing, the thing with
to me, that was just unbelievable.
The guy with the horns. I wish they would have done a little bit more
Minotaur.
into that in the Minotaur. Yeah, about him fighting the Minotaur. I get it was quick, and it did remind me. Actually, that's one of the one of the things I do remember from the book is the Minotaur and him fighting that and him trying to get to the camp and running through the woods reminded me a lot of the book. So I think they did try to follow the book a little bit more here. But I don't know. I think when I think of Percy Jackson, I don't think he is meant to be this BA kind of guy. He's a kid that's lost. He doesn't know who his father is. He's trying to figure out where's daddy, basically. And he has a lot of trust issues, and he's trying to figure out who he is. So in that, I think he's not supposed to be this big BA guy. I think he's just supposed to be Percy Jackson. He's trying to understand who he is and what he's basically put on this earth for. And he's slowly but surely understanding that. Because, I mean, the guy's 12 years old. You know? He's not like... How many BA 12-year-olds do you see all the time? Not a whole lot.
A lot of freaking BA 12-year-olds. Look, I don't know. Like, for me, I was hindered. Because I had watched the previous Percy Jackson before. He's a little bit older, a little bit more skilled with his movements. So, like, for me, it was a little bit different, right? That's why I said the first couple episodes, it was tough for me to really buy into it. Later on, it was okay, but it's like, I don't know.
Well,
he's the son. He's the son of freaking Poseidon, one of the main three, and he's getting freaking pushed around by old Saint Jane. And
he doesn't even know he's the son of Poseidon in episode 1 or 2.
It doesn't matter.
No, he doesn't know.
He doesn't have to know. He just is.
He is, but he doesn't know. And he didn't even technically in episode 1 or 2, his dad didn't even want to claim him. So there's that. But I say for me, my favorite episode was probably episode 2. I just love the camp scene where they're all like in the capture the flag. Although the kid actors, other than the main ones, are horrible. What's her face name? I think it's Dior Goodjohn. It's trash. Sorry to say it, but not
Dior Goodjohn.
Dior Goodjohn.
She plays Calypsy, I think, right?
Yeah. Clarisse LaRue. Clarisse.
I don't know. Yeah, she was bad.
Yeah, it was bad. But okay, here we are. We're coming down. Clarice. Matthew, the big twist at the end. Did you see that coming? Obviously, probably, right?
Yeah, I definitely saw it coming.
Yeah,
I knew
right, dude. Yeah,
I knew that Luke was the lightning thief. I freaking watched.
Yeah,
freaking I knew it was. But what I hate the most, and you are absolutely right, I think they did injustice. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm dropping mine down to a 4. It's a 4.
Whoa.
It's a 4. Okay. The reason being, we need more fight scenes. What was that? Okay. This is my biggest complaint, and that's why I'm dropping it down to a 4. Everything else was good. That last fight scene with Luke and
horrible.
Oh, terrible.
And
Percy. Yeah, it's like, what the heck?
Yeah, I wish it would. That's one of the main things I wish they freaking would have done more of through this whole series. But obviously, they didn't really listen to us.
No. What I hope is that these kids, freaking Walker Scobell, hits the freaking weight room, starts getting some freaking protein in, and then he becomes, hear me out. Hear me out.
Oh, man.
He could play
Aquaman.
A young Hercules.
He's got the
He
hair
could
for
play a young Hercules. If he bulked up a little bit, get on some steroids or some tren or some, some of the heavier duty stuff, put
Some
some
of that
meat on them
easier stuff,
bones.
man.
Yeah, some of that easier stuff. This
Mhm.
kid could be a young Hercules. I thought about that throughout the whole show. I was like, oh wow.
So he is 15 years old. Probably can't do a whole lot of steroids yet. But we'll get him there.
I was taking steroids when I was 10.
This is everywhere, man.
You
could
just get
find
that stuff
anywhere.
under the table, dude. But he could play a young Hercules. I think that would be a good one. Although his voice would have to drop a little bit.
Well, he'll have to get there for sure.
Hi, my name is Percy Jackson.
Okay, so now getting into what are we hoping for season 2? Is it you think there is a season 2?
I think there's going to be a Percy Jackson season 2. Yes, I think this is a cliffhanger because this kind of leads into the next movie, the next part, which would be the Sea of Monsters. So I think that's the next piece, and I think that's a couple years after. Sorry, I think it's a couple years after. So I think in 2 years he'll be 17 years old. He'll have plenty of time to develop as a human being, as a man, and that'll be perfect amount of time. But yeah, in 2 years, that's the sea. I mean, that's the Sea of Monsters. So.
Yeah, I don't know. That's is a good question. The reviews for this, I mean, they're pretty good. I think it's his biggest review. I mean, so far, it's got a 7.2 on IMDb. Compare that to the Adam Project. I believe Adam Project got like a 6.7. So this is his biggest, basically, success currently. The Adam Project came out in 2022. Percy Jackson 2023 to 2024. He's come out with something each year, but yeah, I think they got to. This is something that they're seeing success for him, and hopefully down the road we'll be able to build off of this and create a kind of a career for himself here. Who knows, though? Never know. It's hard to do kid actors because you never know what could turn out, and you need to be very careful with them and preserving their innocence throughout this whole being actors, because they're going to be revealed into things that they probably shouldn't be revealed to, unless you were holding their hands as a parent through the whole thing, making sure that they're making good friends. And you kind of have to do that as a parent, because I think of Shia LaBeouf and his movie that what's the movie called where it's his biography, basically. I forget what what the heck is it called?
What movie?
Honey Boy. That's what it is.
Honey Boy. Okay.
Honey Boy, which depicts his life in the movies.
Shia LaBeouf.
With Shia LaBeouf. And basically what he went through as a kid. Not fully, he over-exaggerated, he confessed that, but showed what basically happened with him and his father. And his father wasn't really doing it for all the right things.
Wasn't a great father.
Wasn't a great father. But that will do it for our review. Unless you have anything else you wanted to talk about Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Other than that, Justin, my buddy Justin, JW, hashtag free JW. Love you, brother. If he's watching it, he's watching it. If T Hags is watching it, he'll know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah. Let's just say of this show is what you're saying. I'm sorry, it cut out there. I thought you said any last comments.
I guess any last comments too.
So last week, if you guys tuned in from last week, you guys know that I went down to Texas for a week.
Yeah.
We went to a really nice dinner for work. We went for We went to a really nice dinner for a work event. It was it was what we call our Ballers Dinner. Ballers Dinner is like the top 4 in the company for a quarter. So I got invited to go. And they bring us down to this place called J Prime in Austin. J Prime in Austin. And my good old pal Kirky Kirk, shout out Kirky Kirk. He was like, here's the menu. Pick whatever you want. And so, of course, your boy had to pick the most expensive meal on the frickin' menu. And it was a 70-ounce tomahawk steak with 2 massive lobster tails. Okay?
Oh, boy.
2 massive lobster tails. So my brother had won a Ballers Dinner previously, and he attended. And he told me about this tomahawk steak. And he puts this whole story out there of like, oh, it was so good. It was a lot of food. I finished it. It was amazing. The best steak I've ever had. Best lobster I ever had. And so I get there and I'm like, I got to get this tomahawk steak. And I got to finish it. I got to beat my brother. Because we're competitors. We compete.
Oh, yeah.
So we're ordering food. They're literally, Kirk's like sitting next to me. We sat right next to each other. And he goes, let me get the 2 this, the 2 this. Let's go the 3 of those, 4 of these, 3 of these, blah, 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 blah. And I'm trying these appetizers. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, this is so good. And I almost get full off of appetizers before I even get my tomahawk steak and lobster tails. Well, my meal comes out on this massive butcher block. And they slam it down on my table. And I'm looking at this steak. This steak is bigger than my head. This steak is bigger than my head. Like 2 inches thick. 2 inches thick. And these lobster tails were like 7-8 inches. And I'm like, oh my god.
How long is this story? Oh my word.
Hold on. I'm gonna land the plane. Trust me, I'm gonna land the plane.
It doesn't feel like it.
So I spend the next like 45 minutes trying to tough out eating this freaking tomahawk steak. And I finally get to the last bite. The last bite. I shove it down my mouth. I swallow it. And Kirk leans over, Mike stands up and he starts clapping. He's like, I just want you to know you are the first person in company history that's ever finished this tomahawk steak. Mike doesn't do shit. Shit.
What a liar, dude.
Yeah, he freaking lied straight to my face. So all night, I am dead. I have the meat sweats for the rest of the night. I had to go to the bathroom. Straight diarrhea. It was horrible. So this is my one shout out. If anybody from work, because people from work now know that I have a podcast, by the way, because Riley just randomly announced it. I am now known as Tomahawk. Ask Kirk. Ask Mike. I'm freaking Tomahawk, baby. And if Riley says anything else, anything otherwise, he's a friggin' liar. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was my freaking night. I felt like crap, but it was great. So I landed the plane. Merry Christmas.
Way too long of a story, but I appreciate it. Tomahawk. You are now known as Tomahawk. And
thank you.
Wow. Congrats. For that, let's give is that going to go? Congrats.
Oh, by the way, guess how much the meal was?
Oh, I am thousands, I'm assuming.
They spent, oh my gosh, I didn't even tell you this part of the story. At the end of the
gosh. How long does the story go?
At the end of the meal, they have a bet system. Whoever guesses closest to the number that it costs, you get $20 a piece. So everybody at the table has to Venmo you $20. Well, I freaking won. And it was $3,500 for the one meal, not including tip or tax.
Oh, man.
Merry Christmas. Man. All right, we're done. Sorry.
Guys, I appreciate you listening through that whole entire story. If you made it through it, thank you. I know it was horrible. It was unbearable, but I appreciate you making it through it. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you guys making it every week to make it a special part of your week to listen to us. Like I said at the beginning, make sure you are liking and commenting on our posts and our new content we're posting out every week. Guys, also make sure you drop a follow on Instagram, because we're trying to get to 100. Right now, we're checked before the podcast, we were at 89 followers, and we are currently at 89. So guys, we just need 11 more followers. Please help us. But we are happy that you are listening, and we appreciate you. Know that we love you and we value you guys. We hope you guys have a good one. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.
Oh, wait, I have another thing I need to talk about so quickly.
What? I forgot to say a really cool story.
Please, I need to talk about another piece of the freaking puzzle.
We can play. Look. Oh,
I forgot to talk about how Riley kept me up all night until like 2:30. Are you? Stay goober.
Dude, I gotta work on my posture. That's one thing I've been noticing. And that's a wrap on another hilarious and unforgettable episode of the Goof and Goober Show. We hope you had as much fun listening as we did recording. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our future goofiness. Join us next time as we continue to explore the weird and wonderful world of laughter and entertainment. Remember, you can always connect with us on social media and share your favorite moments using hashtag Goof and Goober Show. Until next time, stay goofy, stay goober, and keep spreading smiles wherever you go. Thanks for tuning in to the Goof and Goober Show with Matthew and Regan.